Two sisters have spent their time and energy helping rescue animals that are neglected, abused, and abandoned.
Here's this week's Hannah's Heroes. Two sisters, both driven by compassion, but on very different paths to the same mission, saving cats and sometimes much more. Joanie Woodward's journey into animal rescue didn't start with a nonprofit or a formal program. It started with a phone call, then another, and another.
I have personally fixed 778 cats and kittens since about 1997.
She didn't set out to fix hundreds of animals. She simply couldn't ignore the need. Over time, she's helped more than 2,000 animals, many of them injured, neglected, or abandoned.
I'm very passionate about it. That's exactly why I got into it, because of watching, mostly it's just the kittens and the mom cats suffering. The males also, they die of infections from wounds. They fight for territory and to breed.
Joanie gets tagged or messaged online up to 10 times a day. Some calls are about sick kittens, others about pets left behind when people move away, and many of them aren't easy to stomach.
We're not a humane society. We're not a rescue that can keep and harbor and support all these cats.
Still, Joanie finds a way. She's created her own Paw Patrol, answering calls about mistreated animals and showing up in person.
I don't pick names and addresses out of hats. I go to people's homes and address the situation, and I get to the bottom of why that animal is like the condition it is, or I call the proper authorities.
Her work takes her into some heartbreaking scenes. Dogs starving, chained up, or left to suffer with untreated injuries. One case stands out more than most.
She brought them dogs out, and I could not believe the condition of these dogs. A dog with a huge orbital eye tumor, long toenails, it couldn't even walk. They had to be carried out, all the dogs. There was cats with open wounds. One specifically, its larynx was showing out its throat.
From buckshot wounds to deadly infections, Joanie's seen it all. And while the work takes a toll, she keeps going.
It's mentally draining, more mentally draining than anything.
She doesn't have a fancy shelter, but she makes space in her own home. Her bathroom serves as a multi-purpose room.
My bathroom is the ICC unit, labor, delivery, and nursery, whatever is needed at the time.
One of her most memorable rescues is a kitten named Wolfie Von Howler.
It was the smallest kitten I ever saw that was alive. He was 12 grams, fit in the palm of my hand, the size of a field mouse.
Joanie saved him after he nearly died 3 times by switching him to goat's milk and feeding him around the clock. And while Joanie tends to emergencies, her sister Jo White takes a different approach: prevention.
And it's because of the suffering that I see out on the streets, especially with kittens.
Jo is behind the East Liverpool Spay and Neuter organization, a one-woman trap-neuter return operation. She's fixed 6,300 cats in just the last 7 years.
One female can produce, in her lifetime, hundreds, and those hundreds produce hundreds. And then before you know it, you've got thousands in your community.
She explained that the need is endless.
I get messages, phone calls, private text. People show up at my door. People drop them at my door. So there's not a day that goes by that I don't have a cat concern.
She works quietly, most often in the evenings, trapping feral cats and transporting them for vet care. One colony in East End had 75 cats. She trapped 29 in one night alone.
The other night I trapped 4 of them in less than half an hour, and there's times I've been out for 4 hours and trapped 1.
Together, the sisters balance each other out. Joanie handles the urgent rescues. Jo works strategically to shut down the endless cycle of overpopulation. Every cat is logged in Jo's monthly planners, date, place, and condition recorded. Both assist with emergencies, trauma, and hoarding cases. And they also do it all on their own dime, selling pepperoni rolls, raffles, candles, whatever they can to keep their work going. Every dollar goes through the city's auditor to pay the vet invoices.
50-50 drawings, Chinese auctions, whatever we can do to make money. If I had more money, I did acquire and buy property, these 3 lots beside me, and I would love to have a building donated by some generous cat lover that I could put on my property to help cats and have shelter for them and food in a safe place.
Joe White and Joanie Woodward see the suffering that most people turn away from, and they meet it head on. Whether it's a sick cat on the street or a dog in distress behind closed doors, these sisters never hesitate to help. And that's why they're this week's Hannah's Heroes. If you're interested in donating, you can send money to the East Liverpool auditor, Marilyn Bosco, at 126 West 6th Street, East Liverpool, Ohio.
Hi, I'm Jamie Baker. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel.